Last but not least, we have John's pick. President Donald Trump released his new app, Truth Social, this past week. The big question is whether President Trump's app will give the public a truly fair, unbiased platform to communicate. John, what do you think will happen?
Well, I'm really excited about this. I mean, the president was banned from social media more than a year ago. He promised that he would bring us a social media platform where we could speak and be heard, and he's doing that. And I have a Truth Social account. I've been checking it out. I really like it. The thing I'm really worried about is that we've seen this movie before. Parler was a great app. It was starting to really, grow, and I think they had 15 million users and growing. And all of the big tech companies colluded to really destroy it. Amazon Web Services took them down, stopped their cloud hosting. Apple and Google removed Parler from their app store, and all of a sudden Parler died. And so that's what I'm worried about here. We know they already have a desire to ban the President of the United States. They're going to continue to do it. And so I think what's really necessary here is Congress has to act. We have to have antitrust. We have to look at bills like the Open Apps Market Act that would prevent Google and Apple from discriminating against apps on their app store. And we need to make sure that we're actually safeguarding this.
I think it's interesting. It's interesting that it's coming from President Trump, who will likely be back in office in the near future. And it'll be interesting to see. Conservatives are big on abolishing Section 230 and making sure that social media platforms are treated like common carriers. And they really want to regulate and control social media, not just the apps, but media companies in general. And it'll be interesting when President Trump is back in office. Will he continue to push that narrative, or will there be a different interest? So I think he will still fight for American freedom. I don't think he's doing the app because he cares about the control. What do you think?
Well, I think, we have to do both things, right? We need competition to disrupt the market and make it where Facebook and Twitter and these guys aren't the only guys. But we also need to make sure that we are, they're not going to do it on their own, right? They're going to respond to woke activists. They're going to censor. And so I think it is really important that Congress act.
Do you think Truth Social is a long-term thing, a solution for something, or do you think this is something that disrupts the market, is useful for a short term?
It could be both. I mean, it has potential. We know what's going to happen. It's going to be mostly Trump supporters that join the platform early. But if it grows to the point of where normal Americans, or who maybe didn't vote for Trump, want to go on there to talk to their friends, then it has a real potential. But again, we know what's going to happen. These big tech companies are going to do everything they can to stop it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the Democrats tried to stop it too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And once Trump is on it and using it, everyone, even those who hate him, will be on. But